So in this video we are going to talk about software. What does software means? How can we use? How can software can be created? And how can multiple user can use those software? We are going to basic structure of the like we are going to study of the first principle of software. How can we a software differ from everything? How can a software can be built? It's going to be around 76 video of this channel. Yeah, we are going quite pace. I'm going with the quite pace, good pace in this month around from last week. Let's see if where this goes up to where it goes. I just want to improve my speaking English until World Cup. World Cup, yeah, 2023 World Cup. I'm going to live stream all the matches on this channel. World Cup throughout the process. World Cup is going to be on live stream partner. Yeah, not partner. Yes, they are not going to sponsor me or any kind of thing. That I want to improve speaking and want to connect more people through that because many people want to live stream through that. Software is a set of computer program and structured documentation or data. This is contrast to hardware from which we can build this. System is built and accurately perform the work at the lowest programming level. Executable cost consists of machine learning instructions supported by individual processor, typically a central processing unit or graphic processing unit. Machine learning consists of group binary significantly processor instruction that changes the state of computer from processing. An instruction may be changed the value stored in a particular storage location of computer, an effect that not directly observable to the user. An institution may also invoke one of the input or operation, for example displaying some text or computer screen causing a state change. The processor execute the instruction of the other to provide user instruction. For example, the majority of software is written in high level programming language. This is easier and more efficient because they are closer to natural language than machine language. Higher language or translated into machine language using a compiler and interpreter, or a combination of two. Software may be also written in a low language assembly language that has a strong correspondence to computer machine language instruction and translated into machine language using an algorithm. For what have been the first place of software was written by Adolf K in 20th century for a plant analytical engineer. She created proof to show how an engine would calculate for no number. Because the proof of the algorithm is considered the first computer program. The first theory of our software prior to creation of computer we know that through proposed by Alan Turing in 1936 on a communicate number and application. This eventually led to creation of academic field of computer science and software engineering. Both fields study software and its creation. Computer science is the theoretical study of computer and software. Turning essay is an example of computer science where computer engineering application of engineering principle and development of software. In 2000, Fred Sapri library and law school published a letter that John Wilder Turkey 1915 paper teaching concrete mathematics contained the earliest known usage of term software found in a search of J. Astor Electronica chip predicting the Oxford creation of two. This led to be credit Turkey with coming of the term particularly in Obituaries published that same year. Although Turkey never claimed the credit of such coinage, in 1995 Paul Nikute claimed he had originally coined the term 1953, although could not find any document supporting this claim. The earliest known publication of the term software is engineering contest 1953 by Richard R. Charhart in Rand Corporation Research Memorandum. On virtually all computer platforms, software can be grouped in a few broad categories: purpose or dominant use. Application software uses computer system performs a special function beyond the basic operation of the computer itself. There are many different types of application software with range tasks that can be performed by modern computers. So let's see the list of software. Software system manage hardware, all the provide basic functionality that will require the user or other user to profile it. Software system all designed for providing profit running operation and is following operation operating system device utilities miscellaneous software nature or domain of execution. Desktop applications such as web browser, Microsoft LibreOffice, WordPerfect, as well as smartphone developed application called apps. JavaScript is a piece of software traditionally embedded in web pages that can directly inside the web browser when a web page is loaded without the need of web browser plugin. Software written in other programming language can be run within a web browser if the software is either translated in JavaScript or web browser plugin that support the language is translated. Most common example of the latter is ActionScript, which is supported by Adobe Flash plugin. Server software include web application which usually run on a web server and output dynamically generated web page to web browser using PHP, Java, ASP.NET, even JavaScript that run on the server in modern time. This commonly includes some JavaScript to be run on web browser as well known as which kept typically run partially on server. Plugin and extension are software that extend or more modify a plugin functionally of another piece of software and require that software to be used by other function. Embedded software is inside a firmware with embedded system. Devices dedicated to a single use. A few uses are cars and television. All some embedded devices such as wireless chip SAT or embedded computers such as PC or software. In embedded system context is there sometimes no clear distinction between the system software or application software. However, some embedded system run embedded operating system. These systems do retain the distinction between system software and application software. Microcode is a special utility of your embedded software the source itself how to execute machine code. So it's actually a lower than machine code. It is typically proportionally in processor manufacturer and correlational micro software and is supplied by them user, which is much cheaper than shipping replacement processor hardware. This is an ordinary programmer would not accept. Programming tool is a software in the form of programs or application developer used to create maintain or otherwise support software. Software is written in one more programming. There are many programming languages existing. Each has at least implementation, each of which consists of one set of programming tools. This tool may be relatively self-contained programs such as compiler, reviewer, interpreter, ring code stacks, etc. that can be combined in a process task. Okay, that's all. Our 70 minutes has been passed in this video. We are going with the cute space. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm enjoying this process, bro. That's why I'm creating this video. If I'm not enjoying this, bro, then how I am. Well, you can control your voice. You should know how to when to speak quite louder, quite speed. Louder is not meant speed. If you are going to with a good speed, that doesn't mean you are quite louder. For example, if you are in speech, you want to give a speech in the audience. Oh, thousand of audio. There are enormous amount of people, and you should have to speak quite a good range and medium speed. If you are going to give some speed, then audience don't going to understand. If slow, people will still get bored. So in order to do that, you have to maintain the medium speed. Here we are speaking out through an article, that's why I'm speaking quite a great speed. But over time I will understand it how and where I have to I'm just speaking from not my gala. I'm just speaking through my stomach. That's why I'm quite confident now. Okay. People think that article don't help them to in order to speak in that speaking or that. Yeah, it's correct, brother. It's correct. It is architecture. People use modern general purpose computer or opposed, and usually there are 3 layers of software promoting a variety of tasks. Platform application user software. Platform software. The platform you include firmware, device, operating system, typically a graphical user interface, which is total out user and computer and peripherals. Platform software often come bundled with this computer on a PC. One will usually have ability to change the platform software. Application software is what more people think of when they think of software. Typical example include office suites and video game. Application software is often purchased separately from computer hardware. Sometimes applications are bundled with the computer, but that does not change the fact they are run on independent applications are usually independent program from operating system, though they are often tailored from specific for most user link of the compliant database and other system to result application. User written software. Chiller system is meet user specific need. User software include spreadsheet template and word processor template. Even trimble filter are a kind of user software. User created software themselves often overlook how important it is depending on how completely the user written software has been integrated into default application package. Many users may not aware of distinction between the original package and what often to the co-worker. Execution software, computer software has been loaded into computer storage such as hardware or memory. Once the software is loaded, the computer is able to execute the software. This involves passing instruction from the application software through a system software. Ultimately receive the instruction as a machine code. The instruction causes the flow carry out the operation, moving data, carrying the computation, or alternating the control flow of instruction. Data movement is typically from one place to another. Sometimes it involves moving data between memory and register, which enable high speed data access to CPU. Moving data, especially large amount of it, is costly. That is sometimes avoiding by pointer or data instead. Computation includes simple operations such as incrementing the value of a variable data element. More complex computation may involve many operations and data implement together. Quality and reliability. Come to software quality is very important, especially for commercial and software system software. It is software to affect faulty. It can delete a person work, crash the computer, and do not unexpected things. Fault and error bugs which are often discovered during alpha beta testing. Software often also victim is also known as software aging, the progressive performance degradation resulting from combination of insane. Many bugs are undiscovered and fixed through software testing. However, software testing is rare. If ever eliminate every bug, some programs say that every person program has to have at least one bug. Lower below. What does it mean? Some programs say that every program has at least one more bug. In the waterfall method of software development, separate testing teams are typically employed, but in newer approaches, collectively termed an agile software development. Developers often do only demonstrate the software user client regularly often feedback. Software can be tested through unit testing, rigorous testing, or other matter which is done annually or most commonly automatically since the amount of code has been tested can be large. Program containing command software enable hardware engineering a software system operation to function. Main article license. The software license gives the user the right to use software in licensed environment, and in case of free software license, all grant other is the right to make copies. Proprietary software can be divided into two types: freeware, open source software, patent. Software patent, like other type of patent, are theoretical supposed to give an inventor an exclusive time limited license for detail. Example algorithm: how to implement a piece of software or component of piece of software. Ideas are useful things that software could do. User requirement do not support plenty level and concrete implementation. Actual software package implementing the pattern are not supposed to be patentable either. The latter are allowed to convent perfectly. Generally, atomically, software patents are supposed to be covered middle area between requirement and concrete implementation. Some countries requirement for claimed in to we have fought software patent are controversial in software industry, so many people holding different various views about them. One of the source of controversy that aforementioned split between initial ideas and patent does not seem to be honored in practice of patent law. For example, the patent expected oriented programming, which supported the claim right over the any programming tool implementing the idea of implementing fast moving field has software patent merely create vast implementation addition. What does mean? Design and implementation. I'm going to read out device. Big key software. Do you know what this is? Babbling, and this one API link. This is another API endpoint. You can create a different API endpoint in order to watch or to retrieve from data from CPU. That's been have read by us in another article. Design and implementation are depending on the complexity of software. For instance, the design and creation of Microsoft Word took much more time than designing develop Microsoft because the former has a more robust functionality. Software is usually developed by integrated development program. Less intelligent compile the software. Almost complete around 14 minutes 45 seconds in this video. Around 15 minutes 15 seconds left in this video. Let's begin the countdown. 10 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray! We have done. We have done. We have completed this video. That's it for the video. Will next. We'll meet you next.